On behalf of the United Way of Cache Valley and their board of directors, I'd like to welcome you here this evening to this special event with Elizabeth Smart. My name is Douglas Stevenson. I'm the Executive Director of the United Way here in Cache Valley. Tonight we're going to have the opportunity to listen to the stories and experiences of 17 partner agencies here in Cache Valley and their clients. We're grateful for your support, for your willingness to give here in our community.
Original Literacy is a program where we teach adult non-readers how to read. One of the things I like most about the literacy program is that it changes people's lives. One of my favorite students is 77 years old. He came in with the desire to be able to read and write better and comprehend. And we are working on him writing his life history right now, some of his stories. United Way is one of our greatest supporters. We have been able to survive through the ups and downs because United Way has been there to help us.
The Children's Justice Center provides a safe, friendly place for children to come and tell their story if they may have been abused. We coordinate services with law enforcement and child protective services and therapists, and we make sure that the family gets follow-up care. We could not do it without the support that we get from the community, and the United Way is integral to providing that support. It goes to services for the children and their families. It goes for community education. We provide emergency funding for these children, and we link them to resources out in the community. We give them hope, and we're building resiliency, and the United Way funding is what helps us do that.
Well, when I was 12 years old, my fourth grade teacher sexually abused me hundreds of times through the school year. And I was real shy, I was real quiet, I was real embarrassed. I was kind of the tall, skinny, nerdy kid. And because of that, I didn't tell anybody or really do anything about it for 12 years. I've moved far past how my shyness as a child, but it's still hard for me. So as a child, they need that comfort, they need that safety to be able to speak about it. They need a place that's that they can go to be interviewed, to be checked by a doctor, things like that is safe for them. I'm still a very firm believer in the types of services that at the United Way of Cache Valley, Children's Justice Center, big places like the Family Place, and things that are there to help children and are there to help victims and abuse victims and survivors make it through these hard times.
The United Way has helped Beaver River Head Start in many ways. One way that is very important to us is the safety enhancement of our buildings. It has also provided bike tracks for the children to go outside and get a lot of physical activity. It has also helped us provide medical and dental payments. We've helped so many families, but one family that in particular, she's a single mom, and her child stayed in our program till he was 3 in early Head Start, and then he went into our preschool program who helps children ages 3 through 5. They brought in roses and invitations to his high school graduation. And this child, now a high school graduate, volunteers with our program, and he's so excited.
So the Boys and Girls Club is a positive place for all kids to come and belong when school is out. I think the biggest service that the club provides is to working class families. It's hard having to work and not knowing where your kids are. And the club provides that safety net. I'm just really thankful because United Way kind of took us in and they helped us become part of the community, and they're still doing that.
Our goal as a food pantry is to help an individual or a family overcome an obstacle in their life that's keeping them down. The United Way has been a tremendous supporter of the food pantry ever since I've been a director there. If I had any stories to share, there's several that come to mind. One was a young lady that when she came to the pantry, you could just tell that she did not want to be there. But she was there because she needed help with her kids. And it was almost 2 years to the day, and she popped back in, and she had a different look about her. She had purpose in her eyes. She had a direction she was going. And she came in, she said, "Do you remember me?" And I said, "I do." And she says, "Well, we're back on our feet again, and we wanted to come in and say thanks to you for the help you gave us." And that's why I'm still the director of the food pantry after almost 13 years, is I get to see stories like this every day. I get to see a difference made in somebody's life every day.
The Cache County Senior Center is an awesome place for seniors that are 60 years and older in Cache County to be able to live healthy and independent lives. They really kind of enjoy coming to the center, and we see about 150 people a day. We have partnered with United Way for 35 years. For 35 years, United Way's helped us. They've helped us be able to keep people off waiting lists for Meals on Wheels, which is a service that is able to help those that are homebound that can't come into the center and participate in those activities. Last year we served over 40,000 meals to seniors that are homebound, and we have approximately between 80 to 100 volunteers that deliver those meals.
They're so excited to see us. We talk to them and we make sure they're okay. We walk in and we do more than just take a meal to them. We're there to comfort them, say hi to them, pat them on the back. I've opened a lot of bottles of pickles and peanut butter that these old people can't do anymore.
A lot of times people don't realize domestic violence is a serious problem in our valley. Just a couple months ago, we had someone who was walking down the street barefooted, her and her 2 children. As they walked through the snow and the slush, a family saw them and stopped and asked them if they were okay. And so the mother said, "You know, we couldn't put our shoes on, because anytime we put our shoes on, my husband would want to know where we're going. And we didn't know where to go, but we knew we couldn't stay." And so CAPS is there to provide that safety net. For this family, we brought them in and we kept them in our shelter, and they were able to stay 30 days. And during that time, they were able to get access to services such as housing assistance. We were able to help them get some housing. We were able to help her find a job so she can be independent again. We helped her with therapy and services like that. And so she was able to not only get the pair of shoes she desperately needed, but she was also able to get a fresh start. So CAPSA, each year we help approximately 800 different individuals who are experiencing domestic violence or sexual assault. Last year we sheltered 288 individuals. Things like shelter, it costs us $1,000 to shelter one person for a month. And so, you know, when we get $1,000, that equals saving one more person. And so United Way's contribution directly saves people in our community.
Well, I came to know about CAPSA when I was by a police officer who was investigating an attack against me by my former husband. The CAPSA, there was the social worker that went with me to every single one of my court hearings. To be in a courtroom where you are stuck sitting on one side and you can see your attacker on the other side, and to go through that alone would have been really difficult. So having somebody that you knew that was standing right there for you and was huge. Through CAPSA and that support group, that became just a lifeline where I didn't feel so lonely. Through the help of CAPSA, of finding myself, I'm no longer an individual who's uncomfortable with being alone, where I would choose again to be in a bad relationship.
We serve people with disabilities from birth to death. A lot of people know options for our loan bank. So we have, it's temporary medical equipment that people will come in and borrow for 90 days. Last night we got to do stuff with our youth group who are learning skills so that if they want to live on their own, if they want to have jobs, if they want to date, whatever independence looks like to them, so they can have it. It feels like the United Way gets us. They understand what level of support we need. They understand what our role is in the community. And I feel like they go above and beyond to make sure that we're of value to the community.
Sunshine Terrace Foundation has partnered with United Way for many, many years. And United Way has been the great support to us through those years and met ongoing needs that we have. United Way right now is helping Sunshine Terrace make our facility more comfortable for our residents. It gets hot in the summertime, and we have some hallways that become unbearable in the heat. And since our facility is so old, we are in need of some fans and some cooling systems that are going to make it much more pleasant and improve the quality of life. And United Way is making that happen.
Well, we actually moved to Cache Valley a little over a year ago for opportunities for Nicholas. Common Ground is a nonprofit, a nonprofit organization that specifically works with people with disabilities and helps them have outdoor adventures.
The place that I like about Common Ground is going to be exploring and going to a zoo. A zoo will book a zoo. I like Common Ground. They are my friends. And for me, they for my sport and for my drops. And they are awesome to be with me.
We serve children from 6 weeks old up to 5 years old. Our main goal is to provide quality education and find quality health care for each individual child and their families. One of the stories I like to share with you, the mom had cancer. The last time she called me to a home visit was in her hospital bed when they had told her she was going to pass away. I was there and she said, I just leaned to her and I said, "Don't worry, everything will be fine." I didn't know what else to say, and she just leaned and she said, "As long as my children are at your center, I know they're getting well taken care of."
Well, at Community Nursing Services, we offer home health and hospice services to people in Cache Valley area. We've been in business since 1928, so we're Utah's oldest home care and hospice company. We take care of patients that can't take care of themselves at home and make it possible for them to stay at home. Our relationship with United Way has allowed us to provide bath safety equipment and equipment for patients in their home. We've been able to provide bath safety equipment for people who are physically challenged for a long period of time in their life. One particular client I can think of, we were actually provide some bath safety items that they were able to independently take a shower that they hadn't been able to do that for a long period of time.
Things that I noticed was people mostly talked about how stressed they were about how they were going to make ends meet, how they were going to pay their mortgage or their rent, their car payment, their insurance, buy groceries. Most of them had insurance, so the big medical bills weren't always as stressful as the fact that I can't work. We don't give anybody money. We just send a check to the mortgage company or to their landlord, to the insurance company, to the utility company, whatever it may be, averaging about $20,000 to $25,000 a month that we spend to help these different families.
The United Way funds that we've received have helped us with our volunteer program. We have people from all over the community, retired people, professional people, students, come and help at the center, and they assist in the classrooms with the teachers.
When I was in China, I planned to come to Logan with my husband. I remember the third day in Logan, and I just went to the center and I told them, "Oh, I want to join you guys. I don't know if I can learn English here." sometimes I don't need to use the dictionary, so that's why I feel, wow, I'm getting better with the English.
The Senior Companion Program is a program that is extremely vital to those we love most, our elderly people in this community. My program sees over 103 people every single week with the 20 volunteers. We did 87,000 miles of service last year, which is more than all of the senior centers put together and less than the bus system, but we take them from door to door and we're their friend. We go to the doctor with them, we listen to them, we hear about their hurts and pains, we talk to them about their grandchildren's and their lives.
I've been really blessed that I've been given this opportunity to help them do the things that they always enjoyed doing and now they can't do it. So I've become, as one of my ladies said, I've become her eyes. Another lady has said that I've become her hands because I help her with things she can't do. I'm so happy I'm there. One lady says, I'll go an entire week and not see another person. And I know that every week I'm going to see you. It's changed my clients' lives, their families' lives, and then mine.
So for those of you who are digging deep tonight to be a provider to the United Way, thank you, because I get to see the faces, I get to see the hearts, and I get to see the lives we change. And because of all of you, I cannot tell you the gratitude from so many people that is coming your way.
Cash Employment and Training Center works with people who have intellectual and physical disabilities. We currently work with about 200 people on a daily basis, and that's ongoing throughout the year. Our goal and our mission is all about helping them maximize their skills to be as independent as they can possibly be, and to take care of their health and safety needs, and to help them participate in the community just like you or I want to on a daily basis.
When my sister was little, she was in one of those little walkers, and she was with the babysitter, and they were up on about a 6-foot high porch, and she fell off the porch and hit her head, giving her brain damage. The scholarship has helped me to provide opportunities for her to continue to go to training at the Cache Valley Employment Training Center, so they can teach her these skills that she so desperately needs, such as speaking. She's counting money. She's trying to learn to count money. They take her out and show her, things that you can buy or what different things do.
And United Way is such a wonderful partner in getting the word out to the community about the needs of the people in the valley and bringing the community together to help with those needs. They just do such an amazing job of that, and we really appreciate it.
The Family Place was established in 1982, and our mission is to strengthen families and to protect children. The Family Place is a recipient of United Way funding to provide the Good Touch, Bad Touch program in the public school system. Now, Good Touch, Bad Touch has just undergone some changes, and they have a new updated version that's coming out next school year called Speak Up, Be Safe. But what we know is that one of the fastest growing crimes in our community are sex crimes against children. This is wrong, and it has to end. And Good Touch, Bad Touch helps to mitigate that problem. Prevention really is worth a pound of cure, and we would not be able to educate over 5,000 children in our community every year without the support of United Way. And so when people read headlines or they hear stories about child abuse in the newspaper or in the media, I wonder if folks ever take a step back and think, where do these children go to have their lives pieced back together? That is what we do at the Family Place, and we implore our community to contribute towards United Way, to contribute towards the Family Place and these other wonderful organizations, because we all have the power, whether it be large or small, to make a difference for that one.
I hope that you've enjoyed this video presentation tonight and have learned a lot about the 17 partner agencies that the United Way of Cache Valley works with. These people that are supporting us do so much to help us in our community. Just remember, when you reach out a hand to one, you influence the condition of all. We thank you for your support tonight.